To this week's episode, we will be highlighting the amazing Stellina, who is an associate broker at Capri Jet Realty. She is an attorney by profession. She's a dog mom as well as a wife and loves snowboarding and is a fitness enthusiast. Stellina specializes in residential as well as commercial real estate, and this week we will be highlighting what it means to follow your heart and truly do the things that you love in life. Today we'll be following Stellina in Queens, New York. Welcome to the show called Talks with Stacey Lee, and thank you so much for having us here at this beautiful property that you have. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me. This has been a lot of fun.
I'm so happy to hear that. So tell us, who is Stellina? Tell us who you are and just a little bit about yourself, because you have a very interesting story.
Sure. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad that it comes off that way, because I think maybe sometimes I feel like I got a little lost but kind of found my way back. But yeah, I'm born and raised here in Howard Beach, where this home is, and I thought halfway through college that law was going to be the path for me. So me and a couple of my roommates started studying for the LSAT exams, and every networking event that we went to, the people that we spoke to, they would always be like, don't be a lawyer. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it anyway. So did it, went to law school, started practicing, and I was like, oh, this is what they meant. It's not that fun. And I'm sure some people love it, and I'm glad that they do. But my family has a nice background in real estate. My father owns a boutique agency in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Lovely.
So I did some legal work for him, here and there, because I worked for other firms. But it got to a point where I was like, I already had my real estate license. I got it when I was 18. Why don't I just tag team with him and do it full time and kind of switch lifestyles a little bit, and it's been super different in all the right ways. It was a big pill to swallow to kind of pivot away from something that you worked so hard for, but worth it.
I'm so sure. I mean, I can definitely tell that you love what you do. That's how we connected.
Yeah.
But can you tell us, what is the market like here in Howard Beach, and how has the transition been for you?
Yeah, the transition has been good. Again, different, super different. The more relaxed, create your own schedule was actually more hectic in the beginning, because you don't have to be anywhere at a certain time. You kind of make your own schedule, but then you realize it helps to be structured. So that was a major shift. And then as far as the market here, I mean, there's a decent amount of homes for sale, so we're just trying to move them along and get more sales, really.
I know that you specialize in residential and commercial real estate. Can you tell us a little bit about the commercial side?
Yeah, so actually my first job out of law school, I was a commercial leasing attorney at a pretty big management firm in Queens, and they have hundreds and hundreds of properties. So that I think was my first exposure to commercial real estate. I was handling the leasing ends and representing owners and landlords, and that kind of sparked my interest. I do like residential, but I like the business aspect to real estate. Getting to see, what businesses will do with a space, how they're going to open it, and things like that.
I also know that, like you mentioned, your dad has his own real estate firm. Can you tell us a little bit about that and where it started? I know your dad had like a jet company.
Yes. So the company is called Capri Jet Realty, and the name came from, he actually had a travel agency business. Okay. A few decades ago. I don't want to age him, but it was a few decades ago. And the travel industry is pretty much all online now. And he created such a presence for himself in Williamsburg with the name Capri Jet. So he didn't want to lose that. He just kept the name and opened up shop as a real estate agency.
If you had a quote to give us, what quote would you give us and why?
Actually, something that my dad told me one day when I was just like super, super stressed with law school exam finals and kind of just like, you know, I feel like this is all of a waste. And he said, no learning experience is ever a waste. So that's honestly what kept me going. Because even transitioning, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I throwing all of that education away? But you're really not. But I'm getting into investing myself,
Yes.
which is, aside from the business end of it, it's more personal. But having that background does help. Reviewing contracts and all the fun stuff.
Absolutely. And what motivates you? What makes you so successful?
What motivates me? I think just success in general. I like achieving goals and moving on to the next thing, and if money follows, it's a plus.
Yeah, I like this business with the idea of you have unlimited access to money.
Yeah.
It's really just the effort that you put in.
Right, exactly.
So it's okay to save money.
You have to think big, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Exactly. Fitness enthusiast. That's what I would definitely say you are, because tell us about your routine, tell us about how you do all these workouts, and just, give us a walk through your journey of that.
Sure, and again, I hope this isn't a stretch, but I do remember telling you I started going to the gym in college, but in a very unhealthy way. Like, oh, I'm going to Mexico for spring break, I have to crash diet and, go so hard for 6 weeks and then call it quits. But going to law school, I found that the gym was kind of more so of an outlet, because you're sitting all day long reading and your back hurts and you're all tight. So started going there, and then it became such a routine that it's totally, sounds so corny, but it really is part of my lifestyle. Like 5 to 6 days a week, I just have to get there. Wow. But it is just, it's therapeutic, it's fun. I mean, watch your body change sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I recommend it, because I'm not so into like meditating and staying still and breathing and things like that. I need to like move, so that's just what I found works.
Gotcha. Can you tell us like what kind of workouts do you do? Are you like one of those who love weights or love to run? What is it that you particularly love doing?
I like weights. Gosh, I don't like running. I can't run to save my life, but I got into like a HIIT cardio boxing class that I did regularly for about 2 years, and they closed down with the pandemic. I'm still so upset about it, but that's a lot of fun, because it's cardio without you really realizing it. So, but other than that, I think weights are, I just think they're more fun.
How is it working with your family? How do you find that dynamic? Now that it's family plus work.
It's great. I get to see my dad more, which is awesome. And I mean, he's a mentor and a boss all in one. I could ask him questions 24/7. So it's nice having that. And he's so experienced and seasoned. So it's something to look up to. And, obviously the goal is to hopefully keep this going. When he's not around. Not that I don't want to think about that day, but I'm trying to learn as much from him as I can.
Nice. Do you have any other siblings?
Yes, I have a younger brother. He is 21, and he works part-time at the office too, on like an administrative level.
Oh wow! Yeah. So it really is a family affair.
Yeah, we're trying.
That's beautiful. Stellina, how can any of our viewers find you? Your Instagram, website, whatever it is that you have.
Yes. So the company website is caprijetrealty.com. You find all of our listings there. And my Instagram is ShowYouNYC, @ShowYouNYC. So ShowYouNYC.
Thank you.
You're welcome.